Welcome back to our 30 days Python series. So this is the day 2 of Python series, and in this video we are going to learn about data types and variables. In the Python there are some main data types, and they are like integer, floating, string, list, boolean and more. So first is integer. So integer is something that represent the values, numeric values is like 3, 4, -3, anything. And in the floating points, it's something represent the values like 0.2, 2.3 or 45.5 like this. These are the floating values. String is something that represent the characters or the words. The Python by default, the data type is the string. So if you want to add any other thing, or if you want to add the number, so you need to define the integer. The next is boolean. So boolean is something that will give you only two values, the true and false. That can be used in like whenever you want to switch on the light or switch off the light. There can be only two options. We can switch on the light or we can switch off the light. So that will represent as a true or false. But there are a lot more things to learn. So let me tell you about the variables. So variable is something whenever you want to use some values the multiple times, then you need to define that value as variable, and that variable you can use anywhere in the program. Let me just show you the practical way how we can use it. Okay, so as you can see here, this is my one file here. Now you can define the variables, or you can just define like as like name is the variable and equal the value is hello. Okay, and this is just a variable. The name is the variable. You can use that hello word anywhere whenever you use that name variable. So it's just a one word. Okay, suppose if I just say here hello, how are you, and if you want to use that 4 words, okay, in your program multiple times, then you have just defined that as a variable in the name. So whenever you use the name, this is the variable, that value will print. Okay, so suppose let me just print. Okay, print, and we just need to say her name. That's it. Let me just run this program, and you can see the value is hello, how are you, right? Now if you want to define some numbers, how we can do this, just here the number is a variable, and in the number I'm going to just define here the 50. Okay, so as you can see here, I have defined here without double quotation, but the in string I have defined as a double quotation. Because whenever you use a double quotation, that Python will use this as a string, but when you not define here the quotation, that will use as a number, as an integer. Okay, so as you can see here, let me just print it also as like number like this, and let's run this. Let's see how this will work. See, hello and 50. But if I will define this as a string, how this will print? It's still 50, because it really doesn't matter because it's just a 50. But if I want to do some operation on it, so it's possible, like let me just number plus 5, that should be defined the 55. But let's see how this will work. Oh, I got an error. Why? Because this I'm using a double quotation. It means this treating as the string, so we can't include a string with the integer, so we need to define it as a integer like this. Or you can do one more thing here. You just need to do like it's a number. Okay, and you can just define here the is int as a number like this. Okay, let's try this. Oh, it's working now. You can see. Let me just clear it. Let me just run it. Okay, 55, right? Because we have defined here int number and then plus 5. Okay, so like this you can do. Let me just do some more things. Is like if I just want to define it as a float. Okay, let's see how this will work. Same, but as you can see, there is a value is 0.0. Okay, now how can I use the boolean? So suppose I just wanna use here light on equal true like this. Okay, now I want to just check the variable type. Simply just type here type. Okay, and I want to just check the light type, but I need to print it, so I'm going to use here the print and just print it, and let's see. You can see the boolean. Okay, now this is the overall variables and data types that we are using. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in comment. Have a nice day. Be safe. Bye bye.